Hey YouTube family, it's Gina. So yeah, it's time to shut down bed number one and harvest all these onions and beans and stuff. So I figured I'd bring you guys along. So let's get this going. We just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna turn this camera around. Yeah. And then we're gonna get it going. Alright. So we just have carrots in here and of course weeds. And yes, I'm not getting rid of my soil, guys. I'm going to keep this soil. It's going to be used for the new garden setup. I have a couple more of those big leaf bags that I'm growing sweet potatoes in. So I'm going to fill those as much as I can with the soil, and then we'll figure out from there if once I run out of that as an option what I'm going to do. They're not ready, but we getting them up out of here. Some of them are. So these are the petite. So they're not supposed to be very big. They're supposed to be bigger than this, but not very big. We are also getting this celery out. Look at them roots. I wasn't expecting that much root to the celery. Oh, it smells good though. All right. So this is what they typically would look like full grown. Ooh, these bugs, y'all. That is typical of the variety that I grow. Well, did I do some of that? No. so we got most of it up out of here. Get this other celery. Looks like I had another one that I didn't see that I didn't bunch up. Oh, these bugs. So I'm grabbing out these weeds that I see as I see them, because why not? Because we don't want those. Not even when we transfer this soil somewhere. So get them out of there. All right. Most of those carrots were not fully ready, but it is what it is. So we got carrots and celery. Now let's get some of these. Not some of these. Let's get these onions. All right. Yeah. These are smaller. Some of them are decent. It's dry over here, so clearly I wasn't watering as well as I should have on that side. But the onions still didn't do too bad. So these were, so I have a couple of them that were, y'all, these bugs, pretty decent. So yeah, then we had some that was a little smaller. I'm putting everything in this bed that I harvested the carrots and celery from for the moment. And then I will get me a basket or something to come out here and gather it all up. So these are decent. Yeah, these are all decent. Oh yeah. All good size. All good size. All good size. And these, guys, these onions are from seed. And they're Walla Wallas that I grew from seed. I think that was my only little one. So here's all the other ones. So this just made me think about something. When I first started gardening, I used to watch a lot of content with questions, because I had questions about, I had questions about certain stuff that I was growing, like what I needed to do how long it was going to take, stuff like that. And I remember seeing lots of content that if you grew onions from seed, you would not get onions that first year. You wouldn't get actual onions until the following season. Y'all saw those onions, right? Okay, just saying. And I actually didn't figure that out myself. I remember Broke Farmer spread. Because if you watch Broke Farmer, if you don't, check him out. But he pretty much drops seeds in his beds. He does not do a whole lot of starting seeds in advance in transplanting. He does some, but not a lot. He is good. He is typical to just drop seeds in his bed, and the plants come up. He grew onions every year that way, and I was like, I thought you couldn't get onions the first year if you did them from seed. So I was always going to the big box store and buying sets or starts, and didn't have to. So this year I was like, okay, I did buy some sets, but I also grew some from seed to see if I would get onions. And as you saw, I did. And this onion bed is the same. It is also the same ones from seed, the Walla Wallas. So, yeah. The first one that I pulled was this one. And these are all nice size too. I mean, they could have went longer. So I'm actually harvesting them before they were completely done growing. So, yeah. You definitely could get those big onions that you're used to seeing. And the way I know that they're not ready, when onions are ready, like this one is bent over at the neck. Let me see if I can get you guys closer at all to be able to see that. But it's bent over at the neck, and that's how you know it's ready. It's not a huge one, but it was ready. And like I said, I've had to cut back that comfrey many times because it would shade out this bed. But these are not bent over at the neck, so they could go longer. That meant they're still growing. But as you can see, they're already a nice size. And y'all know I don't eat onions, but I like the flavor, so I'm going to dehydrate a lot of it. But I will cook with some of it fresh. And I'm going to freeze some. That's a nice one. That's how you know it's a nice one. Your hand can't fully go around it. And they can get bigger, because that wasn't even ready. Alright, so those are our onions from that bed. So we're just going to put them over here with the other ones. We got a lot of onions, y'all, because this is not my first onions that I've harvested. I'm sure you know that if you've been watching. Those are just the last. So that's what we have so far. Carrots, onions, celery. Okay? Alright, so let's go and get these green beans. And I think that's it. Yeah, it is. Alright. Yes, I'm pulling up the plants because I'm going to plant some somewhere else. I'm going to get this bed shut down. So the ones that are, broke that one, that are kind of small still on the plant, I'm going to leave them for now, and then I'll come back and pull them and let them dry out. Those are going to be my seeds for next year. Those small pods, I'm going to dry out. Probably just throw them in the greenhouse. So this is what I have so far. And this is like where I usually like them to get about right there. I don't want to get too big. You don't have to wait till they get that size. Like this is a good size bean though. And they get bigger. I'm just going to drop them over there because my hands were getting full. Look at those. Now these sweet potatoes are over here. Child. Come on, get. This is sweet potato. Just everywhere. I promise if I wanted her to grow that prolific, she wouldn't. She would not. Let this beetle. That's not a beetle. I don't know what that is. But it's coming out of here. I just can't do it with my hands. Let's see if I have something over here that I can get it wet. But it's something that's waiting to hatch. That I do know. Don't see anything over here. Of course I don't. Oh well. Let me move y'all so I'm not blocking. so I can't tell if you can see. Because these sweet potatoes, they look like all I see is sweet potatoes. They're everywhere. Vine in one. It's attached itself to some of my stove. And I know some of y'all are like, why are you pulling them if they still producing? This is like my 4th harvest off these plants. And like I said, I'm going to replant on the side of the house. So y'all saw I've already canned some. I've given some away. I've eaten some. Like these beans have pulled up and done their thing. Sweet potato. Eat. You know what? I'm not keeping all this. I'm going to cut back some of these leaves on the sweet potato plant. Because I don't want them growing over here. I don't want them attaching themselves and growing. Alright. So, wow. We got them all out. I'll go around the other side so you can see what we ended up with. Since I got all those plants on this side. Alright. I just saw a bug. One of those grasshoppers I be seeing. but they fly. Let me turn y'all around. Woo! Child, bugs. Did it move? It did. Now this is the problem, y'all. I didn't see where it went, so I had to slowly look down at myself and make sure it didn't come at me, because Father God. All right, let's look at the beans. That is what we got. So those are our beans that we got, and here's the rest of the stuff: the celery, the onions, and the carrots. All right, guys. So now all I have to do is get me a basket or something to gather it up in, take it into the house, figure out what I'm gonna do with what. The beans are probably just gonna get eaten. I'm not canning that. It's not enough. But, and the onions, I'm almost tired of processing onions, y'all. I done made so much onion powder. I have 2 pint-sized jars of onion powder. I might just put these downstairs to cure and for the moment, and when I'm not tired of onions, maybe I'll do something with them. But right now I'm just going to put them on this shelf I have in the basement for curing them, and that's it. And then I'll come back out here, cut back these sweet potato leaves so they can be out the way. And the leaves look really good. I know a lot of people say they are very tasty. I have never eaten the sweet potato leaves. Maybe I will. Some of the ones that I cut off, will do that and see what I think. But for now, I'm just trying to get the work done. I'm hot. It is still early in the day, so it has not reached its peak temperature. You still see part of my garden is still shaded. So yeah, it doesn't stay that way, y'all. My whole garden gets sun. So yeah. Anyway, hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all later.